In the journey of wealth creation, one of the things I've realized is that it is not a destination, it's actually a journey. However, you can define your own destination in this journey. So my name still remains Okpeoluwa Oni, and I've been taking this series on wealth creation. So today I'll be teaching us on your thoughts and your wealth. In fact, your thoughts are your wealth. So that is what we're going to be looking at in this very short teaching today, and I hope it makes a lot of sense to you. So if you are new to this channel, just like, share, subscribe, click the subscribe link, and watch other videos too. They will be of great benefit to you. Okay, so what are your thoughts? You might be wondering, how does thoughts relate with my ability to create wealth? So your thoughts will give you the ability to create wealth, because when it comes to wealth creation, it's an inside out thing. It is from the abundance of what is inside of you that you will be able to create wealth from. You understand me? So that is one of the areas that we're going to be looking at. So let's just examine some few facts, and we're going to be examining what are the limiting thoughts and what are the abundance thoughts. Okay, so let's start on that journey. Number one is that your thoughts are things, and they are valuable and tradable commodity. Your thoughts are things, and they are valuable and tradable commodities. Okay, so in 2024, your journey to creating wealth and beyond, anytime you're looking at watching this video, your thoughts are things. You need to place value on them. So how do you place value on your thoughts? You write them down. The first expression that you can give to your thought is by writing them down, or better still, you can voice them for somebody to type them out for you. They are very, very important. And the best way to keep it, if you don't keep physical notes, or you can send it as mail to yourself, so you can always retrieve it and just use something as subjects that will be very easy for you to search in your mail. So your thoughts are very, 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 very valuable. I'm going to share something about thoughts with us that we really, really, really blow our mind. I've shared it in some of our previous videos. I remember there was a time I had an idea to set up a learning system, and I called it Sophia. And the thought occurred to me, many years ago, about 13 years ago, thereabout now. I was on a bike, riding bike, and I passed through a school, and the school was functioning and all of those things. They were doing some few renovations, and the thoughts, a week before that time, that was when the thoughts dropped. Okay, so while I was passing through the school, and the school name was still there and all of those things, so I keep brooding on the thought. I was doing the analysis and thinking of how will it start, how will it this, how will it that. I never documented this thought. Lo and behold, about a month later, that school that was being renovated, the same name that was given to me during my thinking and meditation process, and the same thing that I wanted to do, the same concept, that school remodeled into that same thing. So somebody said something, said thoughts are like frequency. For instance, now in this room, I'm in my office right now. There are radio frequency here right now. So all I need is a transistor to tune into that, whatever radio frequency that I want to listen to. So as I'm tuning in into that radio frequency, so also other thousands or millions of people are tuning in at the same time. So that is the power of thoughts. That is the power of our mind. That's the power of thoughts. So thoughts are things. We need to place tangible value on our thoughts as things, document them. And where do you generate these positive thoughts and all of those things? So we're going to look at them shortly too. Okay. So in the process of wealth creation, your ability to believe that you have and you can create wealth is one of your biggest hurdles. In the process of wealth creation, your ability, right, to create or believe that you can create wealth is one of your greatest hurdles when it comes to wealth creation. A lot of people, yes, they want to make money, they are praying about it, they are doing a whole lot of stuff. It's just like the story of somebody that has been praying for rain. It's a very popular story. And they were praying for rain. And one day they were going out, and a little child said, Daddy, why don't you carry an umbrella along? And he said, why should I carry an umbrella along? said, no, but we just prayed for rain. Most likely when we are coming back, there will be need for us to use the umbrella. And I say, no, it cannot rain. Look at the cloud now. But that same person is praying for rain. So sometimes we can be hoping and wishing for a particular thing, but our thoughts are not supporting that which we are wishing and hoping for. That is more or less like counterproductive in a way. So your ability to believe that you can create wealth is very, very important, and it will help you in recognition of opportunities. It will help you in recognition of opportunities. So let me quickly touch on these next 2 points. So your thoughts are the birthplace of ideas. So your thoughts are the birthplace of ideas, and also your thoughts are the gateway of your life. Because whatever you allow in, because these are the places where these things come in, whether you allow a good thought, you allow a bad thought, and they all ultimately reflect in our life. But let me break something down before I go into what are the limiting thoughts that will not help you to create wealth, and what are the thoughts that can help you to create wealth. You see, the process of generating thoughts is more or less like garbage in, garbage out. The things you feed your mind on are the things that will help you to create your thoughts. So how do you feed your mind? What you see, what you hear, what you read. They are very, very important. Reading books are like mirrors to the mind. It helps you to reflect. When you are reading books are like mirror to the mind. It is very, very important. So when you look at mirror, what do you see? You see yourself. When you read book, what you see is that you see solutions and reflection of what can be, not necessarily problems. So these are very, very, very important. So in your ability to generate thought, you guide what comes to your mind. You guide what comes to your mind. You guide what comes to your neural pathway, because most often than not, what you think are not always the best. In fact, there's a book, I think I saw the book of recent, it said, what you think are not always right because you don't control what you think, which is very, very true. Especially in this age of social media and advertising, a lot of things are put forward to us that are controlling our subconscious. Okay, let me touch on the issue of subconscious, because there is a mind that is beyond our physical mind. There's a world rather that is beyond our physical world. And in the movie industry, there's this concept of quantum realm, multiverse, and all of those things. It's a reflection of how our mind plays. So there are people that are stupendously wealthy in their mind. It's just a matter of time for them to be stupendously wealthy physically. So all these things, we need to pay serious attention to them. So our thoughts are very, very powerful. They are things, and we need to pay attention to what feed how we think. We need to pay attention to them. Because if you watch a particular thing and it makes you to think in a particular way, that means you need to stop watching what you're watching. We're having a discussion of recent, and somebody that was a youth teens coach was telling me that one of the pandemic that is in this country right now is betting. I'm not preaching against betting. I'm just telling you it has now become a pandemic. And the guy said that because most of these apps, betting apps, are advertising on almost everywhere. Mobile this, mobile that, take this money, take this money. What they are doing is that they are speaking to the subconscious mind. So when people think of how to create wealth, instead of thinking of how to offer value, what they think of is how can I do betting? How can I make quick cash? How can I hustle? Okay? So that is not a way to create wealth. So quickly, let's look at what are the limiting thoughts and what are the wealth creation thoughts. Number one limiting thought is fear. Number one limiting thought is fear. What is fear? Fear is usually defined as a false appearance of a thing. And out of fear comes by hearing. Yes, fear comes by hearing. And what are the things that you are hearing? What are the things that you are seeing? Right? Is fear. The president can come into do a public or national announcement right now and say that this country is currently under terrorist attack. They've gotten information that terrorists are about to attack the Third Mainland Bridge somewhere in Lagos, blah, blah, blah. All of a sudden, everybody becomes afraid because of what? Hearing. And somebody will be somewhere in one corner and did not hear that news, and will just drive through the same Third Mainland Bridge, but is not operating in fear. But somebody will be driving through the same thought, hey, hope the bomb will not drop now, let me get home. So, Most often than not, fear comes from here. Fear comes from our experiences, things we've done that has failed over and over and over and over again. Fear comes from that dimension too. The next is lack of confidence. Fear comes from lack of confidence. If you feel that you are not adequate enough, me create wealth. Nobody in my lineage has ever created wealth before. These are limiting thoughts. Fear comes most of the time. Fear is not the problem, right? Fear is not the problem, but lack of ability to do it, being afraid is the problem. Sometimes courage, sometimes what the definition of courage is that you are afraid, but you still go ahead and get the job done, right? And you now see what will happen at the end of that courage, okay? So number 3 is lack of network, because people matters when it comes to creating wealth, okay? Most of the time, a lot of people are like, the reason why I've not been able to create wealth is the fact that I do not have the right network. I don't know people. I'm from this village, I'm from this, I'm from that, and all of that. And there is a law. I can't remember the name of the law, but what the law talked about is that there are basically 4 people between yourself and anybody else that you want to meet in the world. So it might not take time for you to be able to connect the chain from those 4 people, but you already have the network, right? So it is very, very important. Network deliberately. If you might not have the network right now, or you can build a network to whoever you want to meet anywhere else in the world, even if it's the president of the United States of America. Let me share a story with you, very interesting story. Okay, there's a particular woman, was sharing this in a particular conference, how making moi, is this beans cake or something in this part of the world, made him to meet with the president of the United States of America. That was when Barack Obama was the president. Making moi somewhere in Lagos State. And he put this thing online and all of this. The wife of the president, that's Michelle Obama, saw it, and he saw a lot of people making comments about it, how interesting this, how sweet this is, blah, 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 and all of that. And he sent an invitation to him to come and in the banquet of when the president was leaving. He was one of the people that did the dish. And that was how he met the first lady and the president of the United States of America. So just making, so if even internet has made a whole lot of things to shrink. There are people you want to make in the world right now. All you just need to do is to send them a DM and they will give you an appointment. You'll be surprised in as much as you carry the value that they need. Number 4 is lack of knowledge. When you don't know enough, you don't have the confidence, the thought of, I don't know enough. One of our mentors said, to those who you are sent to, you are a voice. To those who you are not sent to, you are an echo. So the fact that you want to do something and lack of knowledge is what is pulling you down. You need to work on your mind. It is very, very important that you work on your mind. Very, very important. It will help you to push further, go further, and have the confidence to push the content out. Because what you think that you call lack of knowledge is actually the breakthrough for someone else, okay? The lastly is self-doubt. Self-doubt in the area of, I don't speak well. I don't have the ability to listen to people. I don't have the ability to lead. I don't have the ability to this. Especially in areas where you have failed before. Self-doubt. You need to overcome these thoughts and keep pushing. So what are the thoughts that can counter these limiting thoughts? Number 1 is you need to have faith. 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 You need to have it. It's very, very, very important because journey of wealth creation is actually a journey of faith. And you having faith means that you will need to speak faith. Number 1, you need to think faith, speak faith, and act faith. Because there's a very strong place of your emotion and wealth creation. So you need to think it. You must get there in your mind first. Think it, then you now speak it. Where you have gotten to in your mind, you now speak it, and you now take corresponding action by acting on it. Okay. The next thing is optimism. Always, your level of optimism needs to go higher than what it is currently. Yes, you plan for bad days, but if you plan enough for bad days, you will always have good days. That's the way it works. Always plan, do all your scenario planning. When you plan enough for bad days, you will always have good days. Okay. So the next point is persistency. So your ability not to give up and stay at it. Okay, so let me explain, let me break it down. You see, for somebody that is doing sales and marketing, for instance, maybe that's where you are starting from. It will help you to build a lot of network. You know a lot of people, right? And it will build a particular skill in you and give you self-confidence. However, you need to understand that a lot of no's will come with it, and recognize the fact that the product rejection does not equal to you being rejected. That is very, very important. Product rejection does not mean that you are the one rejected. So you need to go over and over and over and over. So there's a story that comes to mind. I think I don't know how accurate this is, but Walt Disney, when he wanted to build the first Disneyland, I was told that it was rejected by almost 300 financial institutions rejected this offer. Then it was rejected about 300 times, but he did not give up. He was persistent. Persistent. So imagine if he had given up, he would have never had the opportunity to be able to give us the Disneyland that we have today. So after that, the next thing is resilience and adaptability, long suffering. Some people call it long suffering. Okay, what that means is that in the face of trials and tribulation, you don't just give up the ghost. You don't throw in the towel. Yeah, what you do in the face of trials and tribulation is what you adapt to whatever the new situation and challenges are, especially when you are creating wealth in a third world country. A whole lot of stuff doesn't work. There's bad road, adapt. Bad government policies, adapt. Hike in fuel prices, adapt. Keep adapting. Adaptability is very, very, very important. And lastly is network and self-belief. Okay, you need to believe in yourself, and you need to network. You need to network vertically, and you need to network horizontally. And however, you still need to believe in yourself. Your ability to believe in yourself is very, very, very important. Don't allow any form of doubt or self-doubt within you at all. You can do this through meditation, through affirmation, through listening to motivational. All of us at every point in time, we need some measure of motivation, and can have mentors too that will speak the right word into you. Okay, hope this makes a lot of sense to you. So in case you have any question or any clarity, you can drop questions at the comment section, share, like, or call our number, which is +234 8075 34 3090. Okay, my name still remains Ope Oluwa Oni. See you again tomorrow.